I can
Are you familiar with fintech?
Yeah,
Like
that's financial technology. That's what my company is. It's a financial technology company. It allows us to be able to organize, pool our resources, and get services all in one.
Okay.
That's not like the normal. Most people give you a service, but it don't allow you to organize, or it'll allow you to organize, but it'll be a non-profit, so it can't kick back money into the members. So the reason that I keep mine being an impact organization and not a non-profit is so that I can give money and grants and scholarships and everything else away to help my people in my network grow. Yeah. And that's why I wanted to. At first, I wasn't gonna run. Like, it's a lady running for mayor. She basically told me how to get on the ballot or whatnot, and she I filled out a piece of paper. She was like, "Watch, I'm gonna surprise you." And in my head, I never was thinking like I'm finna be on the ballot to run for city council. I just looked, and it was a dude. He's running, and I had a meeting with him. Somebody called me and was like, "Hey, they active in the community. You should get them on your side." No, his name was Rashad.
Okay.
And he was like, you should get them on your side because they got a heavy pool in the community, especially with the young folks. Yeah. You know, they're gonna be trying to make people vote and whatnot. So while he telling me, I'm looking up the ballot. I go look. I'm like, I'll help you, but this is me right here. And I'm like, for real. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna run. Somebody just did that. I don't know if I'm gonna run.
Yeah.
But when I'm looking at it, like what I got going on, he basically told me, a lot of the job is constituent services. People calling you just having problems. Like, but people call me a problem now.
Yeah.
Real life, the cat in the tree, they gonna call me.
Yeah.
So it's no difference on what I already got going on, how I'm trying to organize the community and make it self-sufficient, and now I can merge it with being on the government's payroll and making the community self-sufficient. No matter what, this is a developmental and a culture moment because
Definitely
I'm gonna merge the two.
Definitely, because what you're doing right now, like I said, hopefully you're able to bring some younger people just to expose them to what you're doing, man, so they can see it firsthand. We got to start having a pipeline of people. We can't just every time it's an election just hope people fall from the sky, because other communities they know exactly who's running.
They can run. They can. Like when I had a meeting. It's a white guy running for a mayor named Tony, but I had a meeting. He reached out to me, like what they talking about, the rich white, they say a big. And I said, okay, he must be trying to give me some money. So in my head, what they meeting about is who can pool votes for them.
Yeah.
So every person, like in the Asian community, the Mexican community, in every community is somebody that controls 100,000, 1,000, 5,000 votes.
COIs, centers of influence. Like once you get the COIs involved and but that's when you start understanding really what politics is.
That's what exactly. When I said, I was like, y'all tripping in here.
Yeah, they try to entice you to go certain ways and lean with certain people. So then now you start to understand like the machine, behind different things. It's a real animal out here, and that's how people get lost in the transition because they're like, oh, if I align with this person, then
I get a million.
But you just sold your soul. Yeah. Now you the dummy sitting on city council. You can't vote against what you really want to speak on because this man in your pocket. And that's the problem that we have in a lot of government functions is that people have accepted money from people that are expecting results. So when they're talking about a proposition or talking about building something, talking about doing something, they don't have the representative doesn't have the community's best interest at hand. They have the people who pay for their campaign's best interest at hand, because guess what? They about to run again, and they're gonna need that same check one more time. So that's the cycle that politicians can't get into, and that I love new blood because we're not looking for that easy check. I'm not here to sell anything out.
By the people.
Yeah, bro.
I already got a business.
And you can use that as you can. I did not use that to my advantage. Like people were talking about my campaign, a grassroots campaign, and compared to how much money all the other people have. Educate your constituents on how to follow, how to look up where the money is going. You can follow everybody's money. You can follow every single person who's donated $1. So if you want to know if somebody has a conflict in interest or if they, why they voted on a certain thing, follow the dollars. You can go exactly where they got the money from, how much it was, when it was given to them, and I guarantee you'll start seeing a strategy on why they voted this way, on why they voted that way, because it aligned with where they were getting their money from. And that's one of the toughest things that I had to face, was realizing like, man, it's a lot of backdoor deals, it's a lot of clicks, it's a lot to learn about this politics. Like any other game, it's a lot to learn. This being your first run, Like, just soak it all in, you know, just soak it all in. Know that you got people out here, like I had already been on your page before you walked in here today. I got familiar with all of the representatives, you know, just from different areas, just trying to get familiar with the local political scene here. But just know there's people out here like me that's pulling for you. You know, I'm glad that we had a chance to meet where I could just kind of give this information directly to you. But like, I want to see you succeed because I can tell the fresh aspect you're bringing to the table. Everybody else wants to talk about, you know, buzzwords and what sound good and what's going to get a soundbite in the newspaper. That's not going to fix our community. You know, a lot of the things that's going to fix our community isn't going to be popular. A lot of the things that you're going to be willing to say,
so
everybody's not going to accept.
I ain't going to take that. Then another thing is what we bringing as far as like, we got till November 6th, I think they say it's like 3 elections. Between that time, I'm actually finna put a creative incubator work makers lab inside of District D.
Okay.
So that people can go in somewhere and create anything that they need. Business-wise, t-shirts, clothing, logos, use a computer, have a space just to chill out, that's cultivate atmosphere, positivity.
I'll give you a concept that I was trying to push in Virginia. It was called a communiversity, like where you have someone who's in the community that's
a live name.
Somebody that's in the community. They maybe have a venue or a space where people can gather. And what you're doing in those spaces is you're putting financial literacy, you're putting information about what you have going on with your organization, you're putting political awareness, you're putting all these things where you're combining the community and more like a university from an academic standpoint, and people aren't having to go outside of where they live to get the information. You know, the information
they can walk to.
They can be right there. You know, and then once again,
financial literacy on steroids.
They can see it. The kids in the neighborhood can see it. Everybody's a part of this problem. A part of this process where we're solving the problem, but we're also providing that model for the next generation. Like, I'm big on doing both simultaneously because I think we'll fall behind if we only focus on moving forward without creating that pipeline.
Especially if we can systemize it, then all we got to do is figure out how to hire employees to make this grow.
Man,
the kids gonna be able to do that to the next level.
I was at the Greater Houston Black Chamber yesterday, and they were saying that I think it takes the average African American business 15 years to hire 2 to 5 employees. You know, like, that's a long time. And it says that, and the average entrepreneur, African American entrepreneur, is bringing in about $70,000. Not saying that that's not a lot of money, but think about if you were able to put 5, 10, 15 people on and take that mindset where you can scale it out and have a bigger impact. Like, that really stood out to me that, you know, we just need to be able to grow our businesses now. There's a lot of entrepreneurship in our communities, but now we need to focus on actually building the structure.
They treating business like a hustle.
Yeah, right. I got mine.
Got something that make them money. So our goal is to be able to, like you say, scale it out. Everybody should be able to pay people real life salaries, 401ks. We should be able to pay like big companies pay, and that's how you grow a brand.
And that way we're not having to wake up driving 55 minutes to the other side of town to the job that you hate because you need benefits to take care of your kids, because, you know, it's all a cycle, man. You know, so all these things I see really benefiting our community, and not only right now, but like I said, I'm really focused on the future, you know, 10, 20, 15 years, 10, 20, 30 years from now, where we have a pipeline in the political field, we have a pipeline in the financial. Like, I need to find the next young financial advisor out there. I need to start molding him so he can come into this space, because it's a lot of void of us in this arena. So, and it's lucrative. You know, these are jobs. People talk about unemployment rates and all these other things. Like, we need to start opening our eyes to what's actually in front of us, instead of complaining about the opportunities that we don't have.
Oh yeah, it's going down.
Man, I hate to cut y'all short, but I gotta go scoop my kids.
I gotta get up out of here myself.
Bruh, like, just let me know when you want to do this again, man. Like,
it's all on the regular. So goal is so that we can take this campaign. We taking this campaign worldwide regardless.
Yeah, man.
But locally, we want to be able to get people's attention. We want to be able to do everything we need to do and have the people. I want to put you on the stage.
Okay.
You know, if we have an event, you able to talk to the people and they have an understanding of what's going on, because they're gonna be able to understand you. You can break it down clearly. Simple and plain. This is what's going on. This is what we're gonna be able to do. This is the direction that we're trying to take it. That's why I wanted to lay out my platform in front of you to show you how the direction I want to take it, and then we can merge the two.
Elevate.
Yeah, it's nothing but elevation. So, all right, I gotta get my way up for my practice.
Man, that football. 100 degrees out there.
Real life.
I'm out there in long sleeves, man. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
So is that gonna go up on your